softly low. When the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you. And hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today. Oh, messy hair, I just woke up. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Waiting to do stuff today. I got a lot of things to do, but I did want to go over a couple of things. As soon as I woke up, I got a couple of messages where there is a After Earth knockoff, and everyone say thank you to Aria Realty for messaging me with this. It is called MetaEarth.io, and what we have is again another knockoff of Earth 2. You go in and it says like take me to tiles where I can claim property. And you go in and you see, okay, well, it takes you to New Jersey, I think, and here's random spots where other people have, and it's already at like 22 cents a tile or 2.2 cents a tile. I forget what it is, honestly, but it's very, very cheap. And I was like, oh my God, another one. Now, again, I don't know the CEOs, I don't know CFOs or the developers or anything like that about the company. So the company, for all I know, could just be, again, a good company that are really trying. Maybe they're trying to also cash in a little bit on this. Most likely they don't. Most likely they're just trying to like I said, cash in, but not in the good way. Trying to piggyback off of the success of Earth 2, and they're probably going to go the same way like V Park or After Earth, which again, After Earth, I don't know the developers either. I can't really find anything on the developers. But yeah, so it's something if you want to go in and because it's trying to catch all this hype and piggyback, maybe as long as you can sell it, you get in really early, you sell a little bit. Short term, maybe that's a good move. Long term, definitely not. I would not do that. I'm still not even in After Earth long term, and After Earth has stayed around. I haven't seen any hit pieces on After Earth, or maybe they're out there. I just haven't looked for them. That being said, I do have to thank a little bit and for those of you that missed my live stream the other day or even missed my video on the Earth 2 FUD and the people that are calling it a scam, do have to thank those because me, Earth 2 Odyssey, I'm pretty sure everyone else like Gabba Gaming, Aria Realty, and Earth 2 Meta, I'm pretty sure they have seen some spillover viewership from everyone else, people that are doing their own research. Not just people that are sheep following the comments like, yes, my lord, you're right, everything is a scam. Because again, that's how those people make a living, but I think also what's happening is that when you see those people, let's say Big Fry, because he's the first video I watched of it, say that something's a scam and laughing, people are probably just, that have watched him a long time, that probably just agree with everything he says. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't agree with everything that anybody says. But on that premise, I think that either suggests or confirms the amount of intelligence in viewership. Like me, our realty, or again, whoever you want to name, I'm suggesting and hypothesizing that we have a little bit of higher-minded viewers and higher-minded community than people that just go, because as again, you have people in my comments, people that are commenting live feed saying like, asking actual legitimate questions, not just saying like, oh yes, praise you. I mean, you have those as well. You have people that do it, but also I think it's because I also try to, I don't just say it's one way or the other. I say, well, it could be this, and I think this, and I speculate a lot. But yeah, the smart ones that have watched Earth Fry that just, maybe they were looking into it and they're on the fence, so like, okay, maybe he makes some points, but not really because he's going off old information and again, showing his intelligence of saying, I don't understand what this is, I don't get it. Trying to find somebody else that maybe does get it, that is in that little upper echelon of know-how and can explain things eloquently and tell you what the gameplay is and what we expect. Again, that being said, you guys are a little cloudy for me. Is that a little better? Oh yeah, that's better. Again, that being said, I've seen some uptick in viewers. I've seen some uptick in subscribers, so I'm pretty excited about that. I hope everyone else is. As far as OMI is concerned, that what you're seeing, that season 1 of CoverGirl last week, where you had Mera, Batwoman, Catwoman, and Supergirl, basically what you had based off of their the amounts that they had printed or minted and the amounts that they were worth, you have a total of about a $500 million OMI that was burned as well. Again, this is kind of old news that did happen last week, but it's really fun. It's really fun that it did, because you get to go in and say, okay, hey, based on these prices, what OMI was at the time. I think OMI was even like 0.0035. It was about a third of a penny. It is now about a quarter of a penny, maybe a little bit above that, maybe 0.0026, 0.0027, somewhere along those lines. And not only that, you do have so it's I don't know what's coming out this week. I won't be able to get it. I will be currently in flight that time. Like I said, I am leaving Thursday morning. So no stream on that Thursday. Possibly even no stream on Wednesday night. Yeah, this is gonna be hard to stream this weekend. Error TV says no drop this week. Really? Oh, all right. Well, then disregard. It doesn't matter what the OMI price is. So anyway, I'm going to get to comments in just a second. But just to finish off is that, yeah, pretty much every drop now, the last couple of weeks, every drop has burned $500 million OMI. And again, if you missed my video on it the other day, I'll tell you right here, is that when Veve started, 340 billion OMI in their reserve. And their vault. You know, that's pretty much in the app. And then when we started, we had about 168 billion OMI in the float, in the supply. That's available to us. So, you know, rounding, doing some back of the napkin math, they have about 2 OMI for every 1 OMI that we have. That means for every OMI burned, or every 2 OMI burned that they burn in their app, they're probably going to want to get 1 OMI from the supply to replace that. Now, they don't have to do that until they reach 40%, which is about, let's say, 340 and 40, so it's 68. So it's about 132 billion OMI in their reserve and their vault wallets before they buy more. But they're not going to do that. They're going to do things just to kick up the price a little bit, to cost a little bit. If they were to buy right now, after they burned 5 billion OMI, they'd have to buy 2.5 billion OMI. Or they wouldn't have to, but that's what they would most likely do, just to replace that every 2 that's burned. Okay, you replace it with 1. Because you can't replace it with 2, because then that doesn't make sense. You'd have to run out of the supply real quick. But if you're doing it a 2 for 1 or 1 for 2, then you think, okay, well, maybe they're going to wait until they reach 10 billion OMI and take 5 billion out of the supply, which again would be a lot. That's I can understand people. Okay, well, that's not even 10%. You're right. 10% would be 16. So you're looking at about maybe 3%, maybe 2.5 to 3% burn of the actual float of 168 billion. So you're looking at about 163 billion. Again, that's this year. That's take out 5 billion out of the supply this year. Because again, once it's out of the supply, that can't go back to other people. That can't go back to anyone. You could make the argument that, okay, well, eventually I'm going to be able to take my gems out and convert it. Yeah, you could convert it to OMI and spend that OMI. Or you could take your gems out and get cash. I don't think they'll let you cash out your gems and give you OMI from maybe they will. If you cash out your gems and you get OMI for that, I think the only way you'll be able to actually take money out might be just getting out dollars. I don't know if they'd be allowed to, based on their white paper and based on what they promised, to be able to give out OMI for you to take out. I mean, it would make sense if they do that, but I don't see why you would give money to them and this way you take money out. I don't know why you wouldn't just get from the supply. Maybe just so they could buy more. It doesn't really make sense. Anyway, I'm just trying to work through things right now with my mind. I'll come out with a detailed video on that later. Hopefully in the next couple of days. So going on to comments, Ari Realty says, hello, Trashy. Nicholas Harris says, morning, dude. VV verse for the win. Rohan Cat says, hey, guys, what's going on? Nimba Creations, what's up? What's up, Vittoria Jean Pascal? Pioneers. Preston Ty Anderson's, hey, my brother from a different mother. Howdy, Preston Ty Anderson. What's going on? You remind me of this guy I used to serve with. His name was Preston Tyler Dodd. That was a... he was a cool dude. He made me feel old one day, where he was like 19 when we were deployed. So that being it by itself, it's like, all right, a little younger. And then one day he had brought his laptop in, just because it was a slow day, and I was showing him stuff on Dispatch, and well, laptop, he had Wi-Fi. Okay, let's put on some music. So I put on like like this like mid 2000s like playlist. Like Simple Plan, Green Day, Sum 41, Good Charlotte, Avril Lavigne. Like the good stuff. And he's like, after like an hour or so, he's like, you really listen to old music. My heart. I was like, get the fudge out of here. Yeah, Air TV is. If there's no drop this week, that's interesting. I wonder why they're doing that. Maybe because the next week is going to be huge. I don't know. Amar yourself says, "Hey Randy, what are your thoughts about Veveverse? What sort of only burn possibilities could come out of it?" Well, as the more drops come each week, you're going to have more and more availability in the marketplace, which means more only get burned anyway. So just as the weeks go on, as this grows, the more that's going to get burned regardless. But I think what's going to happen is when they have rewards for you having full sets, and when they have rewards for other things, marketplace is going to blow up. That OMI burn is going to go through the roof. Again, marketplace, it doesn't burn as much OMI as it would if you just get it from the actual store. But I don't think right now they're selling out of everything that they mint. Like the ultra rares get sold out in seconds. But what I think they want to do is, I don't think they want to sell out of everything. They have already, just because the demand is so high. But I think they actually want to have a store. I think they want to be able to have extras for people who come in later, and so they're not at a disadvantage. And people that find this out in a year or the end of the year, whenever this gets on a big exchange or they start advertising, that's going to be it's going to be unfair to them that they come in like there's nothing from season 1. There's nothing that I can get, and they're going to have to pay such a huge premium. Now, is that a way for rewarding early users? Yeah, absolutely. But I definitely thank you guys for 10 likes. But I definitely understand the frustration. Some new people saying like, oh, like wish they would do a reprint or remint. Now, I hope they don't do that. I hope they do. Okay, what was printed out first, it is printed out. Okay, that's it. Because what I've seen in Pokemon, after they took out that first edition stamp after WotC, and everything was just unlimited, that really took away a lot of things for a lot of collectors. Because okay, collectors collect the first edition stamp. People who play the game, they actually don't they don't care, because people who are playing the game is like, all right, well, it doesn't matter to them. It doesn't give their monsters any specific type of bonus or make them stronger. It's just something different on the card. So I hope that these guys, Veve, they do not do multiple print runs. If they did, I think, like I said, that'd be very bad, especially for the secondary market. I don't think they will, but I do think they are going to want to print enough in their first run eventually so that it doesn't sell out, so that people that come in because they already have that rarity of saying, okay, if you get it in the first 100, serial number, yeah, that's rare enough probably for us collectors. But if you're getting like number 8,000 of an NFT, okay, that's fine. No one's really going to want that to like flip. You want that because you want to complete the set, because you want a stake, or you want it just because it's cool and you like the artwork and it's fun. And if you do that and you have not an unlimited print run, but if you do that, I think that would be better, and make the print runs longer, so that instead of having 880 like you had in that Dragon Girl lady, I forget her name, and you have something that's maybe 10,000 or 15,000. Okay, well, you have us collectors that are going to get a shorter, that are going to hunt for a shorter serial number, under 100 or under 250, 500, whatever. And then you have enough supply for the people that aren't, maybe they're collectors of a different era. They just want it for the art. They don't care about the lower serial number. And I think that would be better, because then people can come in and say, oh, I want that one, and it's still at the store. The people who want to flip, they can flip, that low serial number. But that's what I would want, because they're spending more gems at the marketplace, and that would mean more OMI burn, as opposed to buy from the store, as opposed to the marketplace. If they buy it from the store, a lot of OMI get burned. If they buy from the marketplace, some OMI gets burned, but not a lot. So I would rather see Veveverse do a longer print run, print more of these NFTs and have some in their actual store, so that the store isn't barren. Because, if let's say you're working every single work week at Thursday or whenever the drops are, and whenever they start, I know they're going to start doing 2 drops a week soon as well. Maybe that's going to be, I don't know when, but when they do that, again, people work. They don't want to do that at a specific place, a specific time. Unlike me with YouTube, trying to do it 10:15 in the morning, 10:15 at night. Sorry, I missed this morning. Really had to sleep. But yeah, I hope that answers the question a little bit. TV says this is the tweet about it. Yeah, for whatever reason, the tweets don't. If you like copy and paste a link, it won't show up. But if you just copy and paste the actual tweet, yeah, let me know. Do that down below. Matt G says, "What's up? What's up, Linex?" Preston Tyner says, "Bah ha ha. Our Realty, we all trashy. We are all trashy." Maxwell Cook says, "Everyone, make sure they follow Veve on Twitter. They tweeted a chance to win a collectible. They will pick winners Friday." Yes, Maxwell Cook. Thank you for letting everyone know that. Maxwell Cook had messaged me that the other day, saying that I don't even know what you have to do with the tweet, but I'm very excited because it's a chance to win something free. Air TV says, "Speaker Veve update speaker. This week, we're rolling out some huge upgrades to our rendering pipeline engine, so there will be no drop on #Veve this Thursday." Okay, all right, very good, very good. I'm not going to miss anything. Air TV says, "What a great opportunity to scalp some deals and complete your sets in the market." Gemstone. Oh, I'm getting, so that means like diamond hands. That was a tweet. So gemstone. I'm pretty sure means diamond hands. Maxwell Cook says, "Just retweet and comment your username on their post." Oh, very good, very good. I think my username's like ChavyCat5 on there. I don't know why like no one can find me. It's really weird. But anyway, guys, I hope that helped a little bit. Let me know any questions, comments, or concerns. Oh, OMI. I haven't even gone over OMI yet. So OMI, I had 7 million. I put in the order was put in, I believe, or at least the transferring is being done to buy another million OMI. I'll have that by the end of the day. I'll let you guys know at night. Shout out to Ari Realty for being a real bro on that and for helping me out. And yeah, that's so hopefully I get another million. So hopefully I have 8 million by the end of this. Like I said, I'm all in on this. I accepted an offer on this other Pokemon card as well, where I paid 1,800 for it. Sold it for 1,500. Why am I taking that loss? Because $300 doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. With this, trying to putting it into OMI or Bitcoin, it's going to go huge to the moon. So either way, it's going to be good. I don't know when. If you've missed my most recent OMI video, in which I laid out a new price prediction, I basically said that my bear case has changed from 6 cents to 3 cents. My bear case meaning that if things go wrong, if people lose interest or you have competition, I don't think competition, that's actually one of my least concerns, is competition. Because even if you have someone like Amazon that comes in with $1 billion, try to get all these licenses, okay, the licenses that they have are rock solid for the types of NFTs they're creating. Amazon can come in and maybe make playing cards or trading cards or do moments like NBA Top Shot does, but they can't do the same exact thing. Nobody can. Doesn't matter how much money you throw at it. That being said, if somebody does that and they say, okay, here's something, and they do like a first edition release and they do another unlimited release, something that makes it different outside of the serial numbers, yeah, that could be something interesting. But no, the competition is the least thing I'm worried about with this. I forget where I was going with that. Oh yeah, so my bear price is if 3 cents is if nothing really goes right, people lose interest, they don't get on more exchanges, and they or they don't get on any big exchanges. They'll obviously get on other exchanges, but if they don't get on a Binance, Kraken, or Coinbase, if they just stay small, it'll only increase so much. And that's if their advertising is limited, or even if they barely start advertising. But my base case is still 10 cents by the end of the year. My base case is still that. I do have a lot of conviction in that, because again, once this ball gets rolling, once this toothpaste is out of the tube, it's very hard to get back in. And my bull case is still 12 to 15 cents. Again, this is by the end of the year. What Taps Trades did another video on this as well. He said by September you're getting to 6 to 9 cents, and he says that not because he thinks that it's going to be 15 to 18 cents by the end of the year. He thinks that 6 to 9 cents by September. Why he gave that date is because he believes we're going to go into a crypto winter. And again, I'm just giving you, another theory here, another man's. And again, to his credit, this is what he does for a living. What I did in finance was far different. It was high risk lending and it was data analysis, but he actually crypto trades, part of what he does for a living. So definitely take this, from someone that has experience. He says we're going to go into a bear market, crypto winter, and that in October is when you're going to see a big downturn. Bitcoin's going to take a hit, and altcoins will probably take a 70 to 80% haircut again, and that's what you're going to see. For those of us that are in the camp that believe, okay, well, I see that going to a certain price in September, but I also see that if there is a Bitcoin ETF approval in October, which I think there will be, Bitcoin's going to go to the moon, altcoin's going to definitely go to the moon. I don't know when, but it could be approved before then, could be declined before then, but they have until October 28th to make a decision. That is a horse of a different color, and that's what I believe is going to happen. Maxwell Cook, okay, Six Pacalops says, is there going to be news from Shane this week? I hope so. He does tweet, he tweeted a lot, kind of like a clapback to the people that are saying that this is a scam, and basically he just said, hey, thanks for the 20% increase in sales. It does, it basically says it's a wonder why people make slanderous videos. And actually, one of Big Fry's videos had gotten taken down for, I don't know if it was for slander or but it was taken down in Australia anyway. So if you're in Australia, you can't see one of Big Fry's videos. He's done like 3 of them at this point. I don't know which one. But again, these guys that make their living from calling things a scam, when they have a hot topic like this, they're going to want to stay, they're going to want to make as many videos as possible on it. So that's why he has the 3 videos on it. Again, I don't really see him doing. There was one person that did 3 videos on it as well. I don't know their name. They did 2 like hit pieces on it, and then the third one they actually said like, oh, actually, yeah, if you look like on their LinkedIn or whatever, and you go to Nathaniel and Wolfgang, you see that they're actually they've worked on other things before. They're successful. So on the third video, he says like, oh, actually, this might not be a scam. There's actually real people on. Wes with that $5 super chat saying, if there's a Bitcoin ETF and eventually ETH ETF, there will not be a crypto winter. I agree with that 100%. And even Taps Trades that said, yeah, if we do have that ETF approval, that would be a horse of a different color. But I understand why he's saying there won't be, because in the past, people have tried this before in the past, and it's just never been approved. But when they've tried this before, it's never been approved because people like Tesla, people like Square, Grayscale, what was the one? MicroStrategy, all of these other big name companies that are putting hundreds of millions, if not billions, I know Tesla's done $1 billion into Bitcoin, then you're looking at that's never happened before. So, and also we have a guy at the SEC now who is very, very pro cryptocurrency, where in the past you haven't had that. In the past you've had people that just were anti-crypto and they're just, nope, shot down. But now we have someone at the SEC that is very pro-crypto, so that just reinforces my idea of that. And that's also why I don't mind taking a $150,000, not hit, but a discount on that giant Pokemon card. If the lowest is, $485 and I can sell mine for $330, I'll do it. Not because I think that's a fair price for it, but I'll do it because putting 125 grand into Bitcoin and into OMI, that's gonna, oh my god, yeah, that would make me worth 9 figures, or not, yeah, no, that would make me worth 8 figures at one point, a $10 million plus. And if I held that for, again, 20 years, by the end of 2040, when I think it's $10, yeah, then that'd be 9 figures. Because that would give me, I don't even know how much OMI. If I put 100 grand in at a penny, that would only give me 10 million OMI. But if it's at a quarter of a penny, let's say it's at a third of a penny, that'd give me about 30 million OMI in conjunction with the 8 million that I'm going to have by the end of the day. Yeah, it's a lot. And that's also, I have other friends that, put in a couple 100,000. Other friends here that put in a couple million. They have a couple million OMI. Some people, my subscribers and my viewership, they have over 100 million OMI, and it's a lot. And it's like, okay, well, talk about whales. Um, yeah, um, it's going to make people. This is going to make people millionaires. And again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Is that a forward-looking statement? Yeah, but like I said, based on where this is going, the disruptiveness that it's in, I tweet at the CEO of Binance all the time. I tweet at pretty much everyone I can. Take a look at Veve Collectibles OMI. It is disrupting. It's an innovative company. It's disrupting a couple of industries. So I definitely like to tell people about it. Maxwell Cook says competition makes everything better. I agree 100%. That keeps, like I said, that keeps the front runner on their toes. That keeps them always trying to innovate. That keeps them always trying to cut cost places. Like Tesla, when they realize, okay, now we're going to have a bunch of other people trying to, at least half-ass, trying to go into going into electric vehicles. They say, okay, well, how do we make these cars even better? How do we cut costs? And they have this giant casting machine that eliminates, I don't know, like 50 or 100 hundreds of parts, where instead of having parts to assemble to make a whole back end, it's just one giant piece. And it's like, okay, wow, well, that's incredible. And to do that, that saves time, that saves a lot of money, and they're able to produce cars that much quicker. And Tesla's at the forefront of manufacturing. When you think Tesla, you don't think manufacturing. You think, okay, electric vehicles. You think of a computer on wheels. You think of it as a software company. It should be thought of as like a dozen different startups all rolled into one. And as that happens, again, you have innovation from everywhere. And with Veve, again, them having so many licenses already, they're so far ahead. But as other people try to get in the next couple of years, one, they'll still be miles ahead, but that'll force them to say, like, okay, well, to make sure we keep our lead, we're going to implement this and that and this and that and this and that and then, sorry, SpongeBob reference. Lynn X says, I do not believe we will see OMI below 0.002, only up from now. Better buy right now before we on the moon. Most likely we won't, but in that same breath, where they don't have a drop this week, and where people are seeing like, okay, we've been burning 500 million OMI on this day, and then they don't see that. Obviously, because they're not having a drop, they just see like, oh, we're only burning like 1 million OMI a day or something like that. Then they're going to be like, oh, okay, this project is slowing down. This is crashing. Fun while it lasted. Veve's dead. Like, you're always going to have those naysayers and those people. If that, again, going a week without 2 weeks, 1 week without a drop, then you think, okay, all right, this is, you're going to have some people with the FUD coming in, and you have some people like, yeah, see, it's not because, they're going to have some lies being made up. So like, say, yeah, it's not because of this or that or anything. It's because of, they're running out of content. They did too much too quickly, grew too much too fast. You're going to have people like that. Again, it was great for us. That happens, goes down below 0.002. This Pokemon card that I'm selling, again, hopefully a lot of it going to OMI. Jason Mack, Peace Man. Ramesh says OMI on Binance. Not yet. It'll probably, I think that'll happen next year. There are many other people that say it'll probably happen this year. When that does happen, that's going to be a big catalyst. Like to the moon. I think what they would want to do first is do some advertising, and then put it on, or maybe the best thing would be to put it on Binance first. And when you put it on Binance first, then you have that slow drip of people say, oh, what is this OMI? It's new on Binance. And then they look into it, and they find out it's attached to Veve. Then they do that. That actually might be the better route. I don't know, because if you go and you advertise first, just the Veve app, not OMI, if you advertise first, and then you have all these people getting into the Veve app, into the Veveverse, and going in and buying all these collectibles, all these NFTs at when the OMI rate is 0.0025 or whatever around there, then you have a lot of OMI burn. Like, you have a ton of OMI burn before it gets listed on Binance, before it goes to the moon. I would actually prefer that. I would prefer them to advertise the Veve app before they go on Binance. So I hope they do that. And Wes, thank you again for that $5 super chat. If there's a Bitcoin ETF, yeah. So eventually, to get that second part of that, a ETH ETF. There are a bunch of people that are already buying ETH as well, especially because when that 2.0 comes out, and you have the gas fees that are next to nothing. Yeah, that's going to be huge. Again, with OMI also on the ETH blockchain, or is going to be on the ETH blockchain. That's huge. That's so huge. Transaction time is instant because you have over 9,000 transactions per second. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. That's so cool, but that's ridiculous. And again, pretty much zero carbon footprint. It's going to be one of the best things that might actually grow. Let's say a Bitcoin, 4x's. ETH is probably going to 5 or 6x, whatever that is. Because again, even though Ethereum, big household name, it is still an altcoin. Everything outside of Bitcoin is an altcoin. Altcoin. My knee. Altcoins is definitely going to go to the moon once that ETF happens. And again, a ETH ETF might happen as well at some point. So sorry, I didn't get it. OMI is on Binance platform. It's not yet. It will be at some point. Can you spell my name once, please? I want to listen to how a foreigner pronounced my name. Ramesh? Is that right? Ramesh? Ramesh. No, I think it's Ramesh. If it is Ramesh, let me know. Lynn X says, what do you think are the biggest problems / danger for the future? With the world or with the world, probably the singularity, probably artificial intelligence. For those of you that don't know, singularity is when artificial intelligence surpasses us and they don't need us to make it any better. And if they don't need us to make them any better, they can make themselves better, and they could wipe us out if they needed to. Wraithax for that $20 super chat. So thanks for being the calm in the storm of fear-mongering for Earth 2. Educating the fearful can be beneficial for us all. Yeah, I agree as well. And I'm trying to be as level-minded as possible. It is sometimes very frustrating to see people with this long list of things that's okay, well, I don't want to silence them. I don't want to because I could very easily just yeah, no, this is all BS. I'm going to remove that comment. But it is, I don't want to say more satisfying. It's much better to go in and say, okay, well, here's the problems of what you're saying. And I want to give a comment response, because if I just address it in a video, then those people will look at that comment and say, oh, the real Randy Chavez hasn't answered this. Does he not have an answer? Is this person right? And then, if they don't watch my next video, that's what they're going to think. So I'll do both. And it was that Chris Toffer guy again that commented. And I forget which one. I think it was the why Earth 2 is... why the FUD is good for Earth 2, or responding to it. And basically had a laundry list of things to do his comment. It's okay, well, let me comment why that's wrong, why this is wrong, why that's wrong. And if you do that, again, people that are on the fence that see something like that, which if you're on the fence, it's okay, well, it's a hard-hitting piece. And then you break it down why it's wrong. I feel like that gives people a lot more confidence in you, as opposed to just attacking the other person. Also, I love it when people go to attack me. It's a good sign when the person that you're debating with is attacking you personally, attacking your character, because that means you're winning. That means you're winning the debate. If they're brought down that level, attacking the character, I try, and most of the time I'm successful at not attacking the character. I just kind of defend myself and what they're asking, and then just do monster retorts, monster retweets. A good way to do that is just, again, a lot of research. So moving on. So Linux, the biggest problem I think for the future would probably be AI for humans. If you think for Earth 2, the biggest problem in the future might be the gameplay, where, again, I've said this before, the risk of putting your money into Earth 2 is not that it's a scam. It's not that it's transactional error. The risk is that the end product is just not fun. Like that's the biggest risk, in my opinion. And but based on what's been happening right now, the community, like, I don't see how it can't be fun, even if they're mini games. Because again, you're not allowed to buy every tile. They have a bunch of tiles that are going to be sectioned off just for them, just for the developers, just so they can have mini games, just so they can have tournaments, PvP areas. Now, you could make the argument that, let's say, the hundreds of mini games that they have or PvP areas, that might be boring. That might be something that they're not good at, maybe. Okay, maybe that happens. Maybe, but I also think, in that same breath, if that does happen, you have so many other creative minds, so many other people that are going to make other fantastic mini games that you just going to want to continuously play, even if it's not for the developers, if it's for you yourself. Again, in Minecraft, yeah, there's an actual game for it, but people just do stuff and not play the actual game. They go in and make IKEA Tower if you're like Pewds, if you're like PewDiePie, or they make whatever, and they're trying to make a one-to-one world in Minecraft as well, which is pretty fun. That's such a big undertaking. It's incredible. But there was one person, I think he did it in Minecraft, where he made his university that he was going to, his college. He made it. Like, he made one-for-one block of it. And he actually made a lot of money when COVID hit and people missed walking around campus. They could go and look at it in his server, and it was like, wow, that's really intuitive. I missed the half-hour thing, so I'm going to go again. Half hour here. There she goes. There she goes again. Sorry about that. Maxwell Cook saying, it's like the... Oh, I'm sorry. Before we get to Maxwell Cook. Biggest problem for OMI? I don't know. For Veve? Again, if Lunex, if that's what you were asking. I don't know. Maybe it's that it doesn't get on Binance, or when it does get on Binance, Binance gets shut down, which again, I don't think is going to happen. I don't think it would ever happen. With that SEC investigation to Binance, obviously anything's possible. I don't see how... I don't really see any negative side. The only thing that I could see is if the owners, the developers, they were part of this murder ring where they're killers for hire. Like, if that happened and that story ever got out, okay, yeah, the whole team's in jail now. That could put a hindrance on the company. But outside of that, I don't see anything. Maybe one of them makes like an insensitive joke and gets like hashtag canceled, but I don't see that. Maxwell Cook says, it's like the FUD that goes around when people aren't getting as much land income tax as they used to. Yeah. That being said, our realty messaged me the other day. It's like, bro, I got like $200 of land income tax today. That hasn't happened in months. It's like, oh, all right. Well, again, that's when all these hit pieces were happening. So as it happens, yeah, I've seen properties go up a little bit. So your net worth go up a little bit. Again, I only have 20,000 tiles, so my net worth doesn't go up as much as someone like our realty or Nameless or Tech Ops from Guidebook Gaming, link down below for them for their Twitch stream, where they have hundreds of thousands of tiles. So, but yeah, the fun comes from all places. Ramesh says, I like your tattoo on your left hand. The Triforce, Mario, Paper Mario, Yoshi, Kirby, Star Fox, or is it the Donkey Kong and Pokeball? Or do you mean this one, the Man Never Be Perfect, or Horse? Which one, Ramesh? Which one? John Doe says, I'm pro animal testing if they enrich the life of the animal / pay them. I mean, how bad is it really if you put makeup on a monkey? What is that? Is that CoverGirl? Or... Yeah, well, again, because people have allergic reactions, and putting... the test animals most likely do not have good lives. If you make the argument that, let's say you're doing it with cows, let's switch from monkey, you go to cows, and they're out grazing, they're out doing whatever, and you're, I don't know what to test. I don't know. Let's say you test a new allergy medication or whatever on them. If for the most part you rescue them from a slaughterhouse, like they were at a slaughterhouse or they were going to be killed and pumped out, you rescue them, bring them to green pastures, and so hey, this is their life now. They do what they want. They do whatever they want. They go and do cow things, and then they say, okay, for that price of freedom for their life, not just their life, but the lifestyle that they're living now as well. If you say, hey, I'm going to test this new allergy medication on them, and, so-and-so, yeah, I could kind of see that. All right, saved your life, do this test for me. If it kills them, okay, well, that's at least their last few days or their last few weeks, whatever, months, are in happy pastures, happy things, and they're going to die anyway. Okay, but monkeys, I don't think have that. Monkeys, like, they're not factory farmed. They're not really led to slaughter. They're just there for the sole purpose. Like, again, I guarantee you, 100% guaranteed. I would bet my life's fortune on this, that if you told people, hey, we're going to give you some money to test this makeup, guarantee you that they would have so many applications I couldn't read them all. Because that's just what they do. People will always do that. Now, they don't, because they don't want to spend money. Maybe that's why they don't want to do that on humans. Just have them sign a waiver saying, if you die from this makeup, it's fine. But the horrible weight, like the contraptions that they're put in where they can't move and makeup on, and again, allergic reactions, just I feel too bad. I can't justify that. Again, with a cat, like if you're rescuing them from slaughter or whatever, I could understand that. But for a monkey that is not factory farmed or is not most likely led to slaughter, yeah, I can't justify that for a monkey. Ramesh, yes, it's perfect. It's correct. Thank you. Again, Raythax, thank you for that $20 super chat. Saying thanks for being the common storm, fear mongering, Earth 2, educating the fearful can be beneficial for us all. Again, yeah, and none of these guys, which I comment on every video for all the FUD and Earth 2's a scam videos, saying like, hey, I think you're really misinformed, your information's out of date. Even some people say like, hey, I like the effort that was put into this, but can you please, go on live with me, or go on like a platform where we can do a Q&A, so I could tell you about all the cool things that we've done so far and that we're doing, and to give you some updated information. And nobody, despite tweeting, despite commenting, despite doing whatever, has taken me up on that, which leads me to believe that, yeah, they're just doing it kind of for the views, kind of for the money, and they don't really care one way or the other. Although Big Fry and Guidebook Gaming do have a nice feud over Twitter, going back and forth. So clearly he answers some, but I think it's just because they took a jab at him and they're just jabbing back and forth at each other. Lynn X says, yeah, I don't know if he's joking or not. Rohan Cass says, they don't put makeup on a monkey. They shove the products in their eyes. Oh my God. Oh God. Yeah, I don't even want to read that. Oh God. Rohan Cass. There's too much truth there. That's too real. Too real for me to even read. That's, again, I don't want to say I don't wear makeup, because there's like nothing left in this, but those of you who knew that I have in the past painted nails. Hopefully this LA girl does not test. I don't know which companies it was. I don't advocate for that. I don't advocate the use of animal testing mostly. If it's something where, okay, it might be beneficial, to people or to humans, like when they took younger rats' blood and they injected it into older rats, and they find out that, well, now the old rat is acting young again. Okay, that's very, very useful information. That's very, very, or things that can save lives. Yeah, like again, if you were to tell me like, hey, like some scientist guy comes to me, it's like, hey, listen, we're gonna do something on you, and even if it's like a guarantee that I'm gonna die and my last few hours are the most painful thing in the world, and they say, but it's for this disease that is going to save hundreds of thousands, if not millions of lives, and whatever, and we'll donate $1 million to charity for you. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. So like when they do that to rats, it's like, okay, well, that could help out humans. That could help. Yeah, again, I don't like it, but that's something that I can understand. The same way, again, like not to agree with Hitler here, but he did a lot of things that had really helped save a lot of lives. Like, he tortured people to do it. He didn't ask for volunteers. He like just stole them, and he said, okay, well, how long can you survive in freezing water for? How long can you do this for? Again, just the mad scientist that was in him that had helped some humans, and saying like, okay, this is how long a body can be in freezing water for before they drown. This is what you need to do to, come back from that. Like, so again, that's not to agree with him on anything, but that's one thing. Like, okay, yeah, you're doing some horrible stuff, but at least here's one useful thing that came out of you. Yeah, like that scientist that had given vaccines, untested vaccines to babies, and had maybe killed like 12 or 15, 20 babies. And obviously the wrong thing to do, but again, saving millions of lives. I don't know whether the vaccine was polio or what that vaccine was, but saving so many people is like, yeah, you probably should have informed. You can't have informed consent of an infant or even their parents. But again, if that was me, go and ask for volunteers. They'll do it. There are people like that are going to go up and say, yeah, do it. I'll do it. Yeah, so I just, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. John Doe says, if I got paid to have makeup tests on me all day and literally nothing, I'd do it. There are worse jobs. Yeah. I mean, but again, that same thing, like getting something shoved up your nose, like in Guantanamo, where they have, hunger strikes. They put a feeding tube up your nose, down your throat, and they, so it goes into your stomach, and they put food like that. That is torture. So putting stuff up your nose in orifices inside you, ingesting things like that is a form of torture, and it is not pleasant. So I mean, if you can do it, John Doe, if you want to like give him a call to CoverGirl or whoever, I don't know any makeup labels, I really don't, and say like, hey, I want to volunteer my services so you can do it on a human. I'm sure they would compensate you. I'm sure they'd say, all right, yeah, heck it. And I do wish you the best of luck with that, John Doe, for saving the animals by putting you in their place. Ron Kaz, this one is testing for allergies on humans. They don't make you eat it. Oh, I don't even know. What's over? Ramesh says, can you please suggest me some places where I can buy tiles in Earth 2? Well, Ramesh, do I have a good mega city for you? The link down below says Chavez Megacity. That is in Chavez-topia. If you buy tiles there, south of that red line up top, everything at that red line up top, what that indicates, anything that red line up top, south of that red line is Antarctica. Anything above that red line is international tiles. And the big difference is that international tiles are like $7 a tile, where Antarctica tiles that are the red line and below are only $1.70 per tile. So that is something where, yeah, it's one of the longest. It has the longest road, like an actual road. There are bigger megacities, but we have an actual road in there. We have roads. We have the government. We help build the roads. About 7 miles long, and we have a bunch of really cool things planned. I'm very, very excited for. But that being said, outside of Chavez-topia, where I think there's going to be a lot of foot traffic, where there's going to be a lot of fun things to do, I would also suggest going to places in the marketplace and searching for places like Tonga, Libya, Honduras, and St. Vincent. Why? Because those places are still very, very cheap, 60, 70 cents a tile. And then when you go on to the marketplace and you see them for like 40, 50% off, and you can get them for 37 cents a tile, it's very, very good. So I definitely suggest buying, depending on your budget, a couple of people. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Hang on one second. A couple of tiles in the Chavez-topia universe, and then buying other tiles other places, then and bring that essence and those resources to Chavez-topia. At least that's what I'm doing. Johnson & Johnson. Oh, okay. Disregard. Sorry, I read that wrong. Moving on. Linux says, nowadays technology allows to make makeup without testing on animals, where there are plenty of brands who are against animal testing, so I even do it. Yeah, good idea. Maggie says, sorry, I'm back. I was just improving your algorithm in the comments section. Oh, thanks, Maggie. My man. Everyone who likes, comments, and subscribes really does help the YouTube algorithm. That does help the channel grow. That does help the hobby grow, and feeds me. John Doe says, I managed to get this comment section to all of a sudden talk about animal testing. You did. Check out St. George Bastieri. Oh, wait. St. George Bastieri is at 53 cents still. That is fantastic. You know why it's fantastic? Because people who go there and search it in the marketplace are going to find it for 30% off, and they're going to find it for 35 cents. That is incredible. I love that. Thank you for that, John Doe. Linux says, oh, flex. I'm strong. My knee. My other knee. So yeah, just a little update. Again, I will be streaming again tonight at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, And then I'll be doing this for the next couple of days. But again, on Thursday, I am leaving, going on a little vacation, meeting with a guy I used to serve with, him and his wife, are very good friends with. So we're going to go Bigfoot hunting, and not actually Bigfoot hunting, but Bigfoot sightseeing, maybe. We're going to do that. We're going to drink beer, paddleboard. I'm very, very excited. I haven't been on a vacation in a while. So I'll try to do videos depending on how good their Wi-Fi is. Maybe I'll try to go live one night. If you see it, they're great. If yeah, they're really fun. So I know, guys, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi, bye-bye Dashi. And then we are going to go and say, what should be the last song? Oh, wow, we have a $10 super chat from Raythax saying, speaking of animals, what are the animal resource plans on Earth 2? Okay, so right now, good question, Raythax, good question. Right now we have a animal resource plans. According to Nathaniel's last update, in the video I did on Friday or Saturday, they said that there are plans for animals. We don't know when. Right now, I think at the beginning of phase 2, there aren't going to be any. They're most likely going to be either end of phase 2 or early phase 3. Maybe we can get them for meat. Maybe we can get them for... I think they'll be mostly used as attractions. As like, okay, well, anywhere if you go to Antarctica, you'll see penguins. In the North Pole, you'll see a polar bear. If you have tiles in the ocean, you might see whales. That'd be great if they like photoshopped like people that go in, like predicts face on like a whale, because whale, because she's put like $750,000. I'm sorry, no, $1/3 into this game. But no, I think they'd probably be local. They do want the animals to be in specific biomes. They said, I think we're gonna have 6 or 7 different biomes. So you're gonna have scorpions in the desert. I don't know about anyone else, but if we've got any other veterans here that go and you see scorpions in the desert in Kuwait, you see them in Arjun, you see them in Afghanistan, Iraq, pretty much anywhere you go in the Middle East. And for those that don't know, you could actually get in trouble in the military for gambling if you are watching a scorpion and like a spider. If you're watching two things fight and you make bets on it in the military, you can get a LOR saying that, yeah, these people are gambling. So I don't advise that. But yeah, so most likely that's what you'll see. They'll be pretty accurate with it. I don't think you're going to be able to hunt them at first. You might be able to breed them. Nathaniel did not say no when he was asked that question, whether they're able to breed. He said that'd be exciting, as in maybe they'll plan for it, but right now that's not on the table. They have other things to focus on. And I'm just trying to think back on that conversation. Comment saying animal resource plans. As far as what they'll eat, as far as what the animals will eat, again, if there are penguins, they're probably going to be fish. There are sea lions, they're going to be fish, and other penguins. If there are whales, there's probably going to be a lot. Again, if there's a whole market, there's a whole ecosystem, it's going to take so long, but that's going to be so worth it. If you do see a rare animal, I'm trying to think of an endangered species. Let's say if you're in Madagascar and you see an endangered species, are you going to be allowed? I don't think you're going to be allowed to hunt an endangered species. You're probably going to have something along the lines of, if it's rare and you quote capture it or put it in like a preserve, then you can maybe charge to like view it. I don't know if they'll code into it that, okay, here's an animal and then it can't be restricted into bounds, which might be a little hard to make a penguin sanctuary at that point. If they could just like electrons spawn in and out of places, be in two places at once, or if that'll glitch the game, I don't know. The penguin sanctuary will probably be, I don't know. I don't know how big it would have to be for it to be, because they can go all over South America, but if they're just in like a 5,000 tile thing, is that big enough? I don't know. Well, I have to look at the dimensions on Kruger National Park in Africa, because Kruger National Park has a lot of lions. There's whole ecosystems in that park where really hunting for the most part is forbidden unless they come into your tent city and they try to do that. Hopefully that helps, right? I will try a little bit more, get a little bit more info for you in Discord. Linux says, how is your gambling? I lost money. But you know what? I had fun, and that's the name of the game. John Doe says, get one of your other friends in a girly suit to come and scare you. A gorilla suit or a girly suit? I don't know how that would scare me. A gorilla that might scare me, yeah. One, if you were gambling with chips and not money, like with poker or Texas Hold'em. So in the Poconos, there's not like a poker room, which I'm pretty good at. I'm not as good as Ari Realty. He could probably make his living on poker. I'm not as good as him, but I'm pretty decent. Especially when you get like one of those guys that's really drunk and one of those guys that just has an unlimited bank account. Oh, I lost $500. Let me go get 500 more. And they're just constantly taking money from them. You know, that I'm very good at. And blackjack as well. But because of COVID and the restrictions, there's only like 3 people allowed to a table at once for blackjack. I was like, oh my God, I'm not sitting here for an hour. So, you know, tried some slots, tried some whatever. Ate at Guy Fieri's place. Very good burger. Rohan Cass says, Jake Paul is being investigated for killing some endangered turtles by driving on a beach. Oh my goodness. Is that like an ongoing investigation? Oh my God, poor turtles. And I don't think he'll actually do jail time. He'll probably have to serve, give maybe like $1 million or whatever to that. And oh man, poor heckin' turtles. Yeah, I don't know what'll happen with that. Yeah, probably just a fine, and I hope they fine him maybe like $1 million, and then that $1 million just goes to the conservation of those turtles somehow, and make it like no driving on the beach. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Venice Dennis? How's it going? National Cook says, I bought tiles in Sri Lanka just for a pet tiger. Oh, pet tiger would be cool. Be like Mike Tyson. With those pet tigers. Wraithax, with the flexing and the thumbs up and the worlds, of course, you know it. Jason Mack says, Viviverse is coming later this year. It's on the official website. Sorry if that was brought up already. I thought that would be years down the road. This is probably the beginning of the Viviverse. And the beginning of the Viviverse just saying, okay, well, you are able to, let's say, switch out Batman's cape with Superman's cape. Not that they've had a Superman drop yet, but I'm sure they will. And maybe it's just saying something along the lines of, okay, well, now they're going to be able to start staking NFT collections as long as you have a full set or something like that. I don't think they'll have the actual battles with people so far where you can. I mean, they do have animations for each of them. You know, that pony that they have, or that not from My Little Pony. It was Donnie from the transgender horse. It was Donnie from Powerpuff Girls. That was sorry, I couldn't think of the name of where it was from. But yeah, it would be a full Viviverse, like a full Super Smash Brothers type of thing, is probably a couple years down the road. But for the start of it, where you're able to do certain things, I think that's maybe visiting other people's vaults. That would be pretty fun too. But yeah, going over and having the start of it this year, that could also be another catalyst that makes it go pew. At least OMI anyway. Ramesh says, next imp updates on Earth 2. When you say imp, next imp updates on, I'm not sure, is imp a monkey, I think? What's up, Randy? Is the Bitcoin low in? I don't know. Is that like 37,000 this morning? If the low is in, great. If we hit that low of, like I said, that $29,900, if that was the low, great. If not, no big deal. When it goes lower, I'll continue to buy. I have a little more than half a Bitcoin. I have maybe 0.6 of a Bitcoin right now. Ramesh says, sorry, important. Oh, all right. Next important update on Earth 2 is probably going to be the announcement of either that 7-figure acquisition, which I think is Drone, the Drone, the video game. Just type in Drone video game on YouTube, and it's really, really cool. It's got a bunch of these really interesting ways of terraform, and if that's how terraforming tiles is going to be, terraforming tiles is not going to be this long-winded process. It's going to be something that is very, very quick, and it might cost Essence. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll cost something to terraform tiles. But that's something that, if you look at that Drone video game, the way they're terraforming tiles, the way they're building things, is so heckin' cool. And and it also, I'm creative as far as writing, as far as putting on characters, as far as whatever, but as far as building things, I'm looking at the gameplay. I look at gameplay of people building in Minecraft. I look at gameplay of people building in, Advance Wars, Advance Wars 2, or even in Drone, and it's just wow, what they have in their minds putting onto that. I just don't have that, so I would have to pay somebody to do that. Like, all right, I want something like this, I want something like this, and hopefully they say yes. Hopefully they say like, okay, this is something that we can do. Yeah, for me. Important updates for Earth 2. Yeah, it's probably going to be the drone video game acquisition. Again, if that is what they acquisitioned, it's going to be the crypto update saying, hey, we have a new crypto. We're on this chain. We're on their own blockchain. It's going to be those two first. And then resources. Again, I'm checking the website every single day, multiple times a day, because not every update is going to be announced. Not every update is going to be on Discord or Twitter. They're just going to roll it out. And when people are lucky enough to find that, they're going to be lucky enough to find that. I can do a split screen on my phone, so I will be able to go and take a look for you guys. I'll be able to say like, okay, I'll be live streaming while I'm doing stuff. It's like, oh, this works. This doesn't work. This is what you can do. This is what you can't do. Let me see if I can do it in this country or this continent. So I'll give you live updates when that does happen. So expect a random impromptu live update. Venice says, can't wait for the next drop for E2. Yeah, I can't wait either. This is one of my favorite. Like this is why I retired early. Like so I could do this. Again, we were expecting it a couple months ago. It was delayed. Whatever. I'm fine with the way things are going right now. Give me a chance to enjoy myself. Gonna be huge. Venice says, any website changes? I feel resources or an announcement are coming soon. They were working on the website the other day. That's why the website hadn't changed. It was a little bit buggy. They were doing a complete overhaul at least on the home page. They have made updates to the 3D and the heat map, but that's a couple weeks old by now. I'm not sure of. And again, those resources that were leaked a couple weeks prior, they were confirmed. We have those 8 resources, I believe. The other announcements, yeah, probably be soon. Probably be via Twitter. And again, there's some that won't have announcements. Maxwell Cook says, we are supposed to get a new E2 video this week or early next week. Oh yeah, Nathaniel did mention that. I'm waiting. I don't know if it'll be a YouTube video, if it'll be a live stream, or it'll be just a recording of gameplay. Yeah, I think, actually, now I'm thinking about it, Nathaniel did say that it'll be him riding in like a buggy. I don't know if he means dune buggy, or if that was a typo and he meant bogey, or if it's just the E2 Jeep that you see in all the trailers and all the photos. That'd be cool as well. Oh, Investor Ali, my man, it's been a while. How you been? I mentioned you before, where I was like, yeah, there's some whales in here that have a lot of OMI, a lot more than I do. You are one of those whales. By the end of the day, I will have 8 million OMI, so it's slowly but surely I'm getting up there. And I will, again, I'm trying so hard to sell this card. Mr. Ali, you wouldn't want this card for $165,000 off, would you? From the lowest price? Because I will give you that. Cesar Acosta says, did you see Veve announce the Veveverse? We have had the announcement here on my channel where it was broken. Take that, Cavell Anderson. I'm ahead of you now. No, it's really just me. Somebody announced it like in the comments. Oh yeah, by the end of this year, we're gonna have a Veveverse, or at least the beginnings of one. I don't know if I did an hour yet. If my mind is going crazy, so. Oh my love, please don't cry. I'll wash my bloody hands and we'll start a new life. Ripped out. All right, a little Good Charlotte for that hour. Patreon member shout out there. Yeah, so the Veveverse, that's something that I think that'll, again, by the end of the year, that's going to be the start of the Veveverse. And also, I mean, even if they roll out everything right away, which I don't think they're going to, you still have more drops that are going to come. You still have season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all these drops. Maxwell said, you said bye and the Ray got you going again. Yeah, the Ray got me going again. That super chat, I had more to talk about, and then other people's comments just kept me going. It's like, okay, I'll keep going. Whatever y'all want, my peeps. I did what's called a refeed yesterday because I just looking at it right now. Over the weekend, I wasn't feeling that well. I slept a lot. I don't know what it was. And I did not eat a lot. I was eating like 1,500 calories a day, which is really not a lot for me. I also hurt my shoulder, and I don't know what I did. So I was like, yesterday, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get 2 days worth of tacos. And I went and got a 12-pack of tacos, and I ate 10 of them. Yeah. I was expecting just like, you know what? I'll have like 4 or 5 tonight. Then I'll have a few in the morning. Nope. I ate like that was refeed day because I haven't had a lot of food in a while, and I have my shoulders hurt, so I can't work out. So it's been rough. Investor Ali says, I don't have too much knowledge when it comes to Pokemon cards, so I won't be able to help you when it comes to that. That is fair. Actually, I left it at my girlfriend's. I bought this Pokemon magazine, which all the information was outdated. So I wanted that to be like my job application to like the Pokemon Nintendo universe or Pokeverse or whatever. Say like, hey, take me on as a consultant. Let me proofread everything that you're about to type into existence into a magazine, and this way, just I don't even need to work for you. I can do this job from home. Send me everything that you're about to print, and I'll do it for $100,000 a year. I'll just correct everything so that you're not printing infactual, out of date data. And but it's left at my girlfriend's house. That'd just be a nice way to make an extra 6 figures a year, just by going and saying, "Yep, I'll do that for you." Vittoria Jean Pascal says, with all the comments I did on your recent videos to the haters, YouTube algorithm's gonna blow up soon. 3,000 subscribers soon. Yeah, hopefully I'll get that by the end of June. So I haven't been on my YouTube in an hour because I've been live streaming. So I can only imagine the amount of notifications that I'm gonna get from you, which again is great. I love it. So I will actually I'm gonna probably do that now. I'm gonna sign off. I'm going to say, hey, you know what, guys? I'm going to go and I'm going to answer all these YouTube comments. That's another thing where I'm doing videos, and the videos that I'm doing are getting so much more comments. And it's like, okay, because I hadn't done videos in a while. I've just been doing live streams. So going back to videos, everyone's commenting is like, oh, I forgot how time consuming this was. Mr. Ali says, how much more OMI are you going to get? If I could sell this card for $325 right now, I would. Even like 315, even 300,000, or I could put 125 grand into Bitcoin, 125 grand into OMI. Okay, at least be 50,000 to do whatever. I'll do that. I will do that. I could sell for 300, 125 here, 125 there. Yeah, so 125,000 at, let's say, if it was a quarter, 1/4 of 1 cent, that'd be about 50 million OMI. But either way, whatever it is at the time, I'm going to put in 125,000 into it. Even if I sell it for 350, that card, maybe I'll do 150 each. So this way, I still have that. I want, at the end of the day, I want 50 grand available to me, just to do whatever, pay bills, maybe start a realty company with our realty. I don't know. Although again, our realty says if you're going to get invested in realty, said wait for a crash, because right now we're kind of at the tippy top. Investor Ali, you have, well, I know you've been selling real estate because it's at the tippy top. But yeah, do you agree with our realty when he says, hey, don't invest in real estate right now because we're at the tippy top, wait for a crash? Let me know what you think. Venice Dennis says, have a great day. Oh, well, you too, Venice Dennis. I hope everyone has a good day. Everyone remember to say hi to Dashi. I'm just going to wait to see if Investor Ali answers that last question, whether it's a yes or no or whatever. In the meantime, ow, my knee. In the meantime, ow, check out this cane from Lucius Malfoy, Harry Potter World. It is my pride and joy. It is Dash, one of Dashy's friends. All right, and we had Hudson. Hey, what's going on, man? How's it going? So also that, for those of you that didn't see that video that I did not with anyone, but I did about the Earth 2 updates. It was from my name. I go over where I got the info from. It's called like my Name is Human podcast. My Name is Human podcast. Human Name is my podcast. I don't know, but they did a whole thing where where I usually go and I go to Discord and I scroll through, and where I scroll through the Discord and go to every single question. They just did that and put it all in one website, one page. So I didn't have to do that. I was like, oh, that's great. So I gave them a shout out for them. My Name is Human Podcast, I believe. Ramesh says, could you send some chocolates to me? Ramesh, where do you live? Where do you live, buddy? Probably not in the U.S., so you're probably going to want some Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. My friend Lilith, when she came from Austria, at first she wanted to go to Walmart. I was like, Lilith, we're in New York. I can take you anywhere. Why do you want to go to Walmart? And she's like, because we don't have these in Austria. It's really cool. I feel like it's the American thing to do. Like okay, yeah, I guess, yeah, a lot of Americans go to Walmart, but, you know, so much we could do. And she got a family-sized pack of Reese's peanut butter cups, and she's like, oh my god, I love these. She ate the whole thing, like, 2 weeks that we were there. It was crazy. Ramesh says, India. It's okay, just joking. Oh, okay. Disregard that. All right, so Investor Ali, you got my Instagram now. Let me know what you think about the realty business. I love you all. Everyone say adios. We're just going to leave with another Patreon member shout out. It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos. Goodbye, everybody. Investor Ali says, I disagree. The market is definitely in a bubble, but the fact that people are still willing to pay for those prices show that there is more room to grow. COVID has shown the importance of houses. I agree. I don't want to say 100%, but yeah, me and my girlfriend are looking at places in Florida, in the West Palm Beach area, and you know what? From the time we started looking to now, thank you guys for 15 likes, there is so much, the prices have increased so much, everyone's just buying, and I just, yeah, we're not going to get a place till next year, probably. We've been looking, I've been looking for a while. If it were just me, I would have gotten a place already because I don't have that much stuff to move. I don't have my own pets, but she has 3 cats, a dog, and a rat. So, yeah, she's got a lot of pets. All right, guys, I love you all. So everyone say bye-bye to Dashi, bye-bye Dashi. All right, goodbye, guys. Meow, 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 meow. Merch store down below. Thank you guys for the super chats. My body.